Savings at the Frontier seeks to bridge the gap between the supply of formal financial services and informal savings mechanisms so that their users have a greater choice and use of financial services that best meet their needs. As part of this work, the programme provides funding and technical assistance to selected financial service providers to test innovative and experimental approaches to linkage. We are working in partnership with 9 financial service providers in Ghana, Tanzania and Zambia. A spirit of partnership underpins everything we do in Savings at the Frontier, and we believe this spirit enables effective adaptive management. Before implementation started, we decided to co-design a tool with our partners that would embody this spirit of partnership, that could signal trust, enable adaptation, and allow for experimentation. The tool we developed is called the Two-Way Promise Card. As its name suggests, the Two-Way Promise Card is a two-way commitment. We don't want to simply make demands of our partners, but wish them to know what we will give in return for each promise kept. Our belief is if both sides keep their promises, this helps to build trust as their projects progress. In this series of 3 short films, we talk to some of those involved in the development and implementation of the Two-Way Promise Card and find out how it's worked in practice. In this edition, we speak to Rob Madziva, founder and executive director of Digital Mobile Africa, or DMA, who are one of our partners in Tanzania, to hear a partner perspective on how the Promise Card has worked for them. Rob, thank you for agreeing to be interviewed today. Could you tell us about your experience of working in partnership with SatF and how it has felt working through the Promise Card with us?
I think the partnership with SatF, OPM, Mastercard Foundation has been powered by mutual understanding that we are on a long journey, especially to the last mile serving smallholder farmers. We co-created that promise card with SatF teams. And I think that is one key area that I could say helped us to be able to meet certain targets, because then we had the same objectives. We created the targets together. We were aligned and agreed upon right off the bat, I would say, taking into consideration the dynamics of a fintech approach. We had uniquely targeted agriculture, which is a complex, very complex industry. I would say it's very scientific in a way. Where smallholder farmers' data has never been really accurately collected in a cost-effective manner. Critically, the lopsided costs that we would find within profiling of 70,000 farmers that we had targeted needed a certain level of commitment, I would say, from DMA, but also from the partners and from OPM and SatF, and which would result in a sustainable business model of collective savings, leading to a solid value proposition to agri-input supply. So that was really the main objective, and having agreed on a test and learn approach with SatF team, it made it really possible, I must say, for DMA and its partners to revisit the targets on farmer onboarding, for example, finding solutions to not only meeting the promise card commitments, but also for DMA and its partners to be on track onto the sustainable business growth in this space.
And do you think, has the Promise Card helped you? Has it enabled adaptation? And if so, how has it done that?
What started as a savings for input product program for ISM users, which we called Kilimo Akiba, it turned out to be a mission really to solve SHF or smallholder farmer agribusiness ecosystem problems at the last point. So these problems are not just how do I save or how do I get financially included. They are end-to-end in terms of from the time they start thinking of planting to the time they start selling their produce but in between there, they are things like kids need to go to school, and the daily livelihood challenges that these farmers get, the information that they need to be able to actually grow more and use the good agricultural practices, for example, have a way of reaching out to an agent who is able to soil test their land and to be able to give them any advice. I think in a way we emerged with a very good business case out of it, which we are now testing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the results coming through. So thank you. And thank you for being...
I think as a project lead or project director for this, who has been there throughout the 3 years, I could literally write a book about the multiple adaptation.
Yeah, it's been quite the journey.
The sweet wins, the sweet wins, the deep end challenges we went through, and I suffice to say the learnings and the bright lit future in the horizon are an immensely rewarding experience for myself, and I'm sure for the rest of the team.
Yeah, no, really, really interesting. And as you alluded to at the beginning, you want DMA is one of the few agri-focused projects. So we're really interested in all the learning coming out, and being able to share that with our other partners and with the wider world. So thank you for the hard work. I know it's been really hard at times.
Thank you. No, thank you.